In today's video, we cover 19 behavioral paraprofessional interview questions. Each one comes with an answer you can customize to fit your qualifications and experiences. This is part 2 of the series. Don't forget to watch part 1. 11 general paraprofessional interview questions. I have posted the link to this video in the description below. Let's get started. Question number 1. What is your education level? When answering the question, focus on your highest level of education and any relevant certifications or training. Be honest and concise, highlighting how your education has prepared you for the responsibilities of the role. I hold a bachelor's degree in education from ABC University, where I focused on special education. I have also completed a certification in paraprofessional training, which provided me with the practical skills needed to support classroom teachers and students effectively. My education has equipped me with a strong foundation in child development and instructional strategies, which I am eager to apply in this role to impact students' learning experiences positively. Question number 2. Do you plan to earn your teaching degree? When asked this interview question, employers try to understand your long-term commitment to education and your interest in professional growth. Even if you don't plan on earning a degree, expressing enthusiasm for learning and development within the educational field is important. Be honest about your goals while being dedicated to the role and the students you'll support. Yes, I do plan to earn my teaching degree. I believe furthering my education will allow me to be even more effective in supporting students and contributing to the school community. I'm particularly interested in specializing in special education, as I want to significantly impact students who require additional support. While I'm focused on my current role as a paraprofessional, I see earning my teaching degree as a natural progression that will help me grow and better serve the students. Question number 3. What certifications do you hold? When asked about certifications, focus on those directly related to education, child development, or specific skills relevant to the paraprofessional role. If you hold certifications such as CPR, first aid, or specialized training in special education, highlight them. If you don't have certifications yet, emphasize your willingness to obtain them. I currently hold certifications in CPR and first aid, which I believe are essential for ensuring the safety and well-being of students. I have also completed a training course in classroom management, which has equipped me with strategies to support a positive learning environment. I am also planning to pursue a certification in special education to further enhance my ability to assist students with diverse needs. I'm committed to continuous learning and am always looking for ways to improve my skills to better serve the students and the educational team. Question number 4. What is your approach to classroom management? When asked about your approach to classroom management as a paraprofessional, focus on strategies that promote a positive and inclusive learning environment. Highlight your ability to support the lead teacher in maintaining order, encouraging respectful behavior, and fostering student engagement. Mention specific techniques or practices you use to handle disruptions. Encourage participation and ensure a safe classroom atmosphere. My approach to classroom management centers on creating a supportive and structured environment where every student feels respected and valued. I work closely with the lead teacher to establish clear expectations and routines, which help students understand what is expected of them. For instance, I use positive reinforcement to acknowledge good behavior and gently redirect students who may be off task. I also believe in building strong relationships with students, which helps them understand their individual needs and promptly and effectively address any behavioral issues. By maintaining open communication and consistency, I contribute to a classroom where students can focus on learning and feel motivated to participate. Question number 5. Can you describe how you implement differentiation strategies for special needs students? When asked this interview question, it's important to showcase your understanding of diverse learning needs and ability to adapt instruction accordingly. Highlight specific strategies you've used or plan to use that cater to various learning styles, abilities, and needs. Mention any relevant experience or training that supports your approach. To effectively implement differentiation strategies for special needs students, I first assess each student's unique learning requirements and strengths through collaboration with teachers and specialists. I then tailor my approach by modifying lesson plans, using visual aids, or incorporating hands-on activities to cater to different learning styles. For example, I worked with students with difficulty with reading comprehension. I provided audio versions of the texts and paired them with a peer tutor for additional support. By creating an inclusive learning environment and offering various levels of assistance, I ensure that all students can engage with the material and achieve their individual goals. Question number 6. What were some tasks you supported your supervising teacher with at your last job? When answering this question, it's important to highlight specific tasks you have assisted with that demonstrate your versatility, teamwork, and commitment to supporting both the teacher and students. Mention a variety of responsibilities, including instructional support, classroom management, and administrative duties, to showcase your comprehensive role in the educational environment. Tailor your response to reflect experiences that emphasize your proactive approach and the positive impact you had on the classroom dynamics and student learning. In my previous role as a paraprofessional, I supported my supervising teacher through various tasks to ensure a productive and engaging learning environment. I assisted with developing and implementing lesson plans by preparing educational materials and organizing interactive activities tailored to diverse learning styles. During classroom sessions, I provided one-on-one and small group support to students who needed additional assistance, helping to reinforce concepts and encourage participation. I also played a key role in managing classroom behavior by monitoring student interactions and implementing positive reinforcement strategies to maintain a respectful and focused atmosphere. Additionally, I handled various administrative duties such as grading assignments, updating student records, and coordinating communication between the teacher and parents to keep everyone informed about student progress. Taking on these responsibilities enabled my supervising teacher to focus more on delivering effective instruction and addressing individual student needs, ultimately contributing to a more efficient and supportive educational setting. Question number 7. How do you help exceptional student education (ESE) teachers implement instructional strategies? When answering this question, focus on your ability to collaborate effectively with ESE teachers, adapt instructional strategies to meet diverse student needs, and provide support to ensure each student can succeed. Highlight your experience with specific strategies or tools, communication skills, and commitment to student progress. As a paraprofessional, I work closely with ESE teachers to implement instructional strategies tailored to each student's unique needs. For example, I assist in modifying lesson plans to accommodate various learning styles, such as incorporating visual aids or hands-on activities for students who benefit from more interactive learning. I also ensure that the classroom environment is conducive to learning by providing one-on-one support to students who need extra help, monitoring their progress, and adjusting strategies as needed. Communication is key, so I regularly meet with the ESE teacher to discuss student progress and any necessary changes to the instructional approach. My goal is to create a supportive environment where every student feels confident and capable of achieving their academic goals. Question number 8. Have you ever disagreed with the lead teacher about instructional methods? How did you resolve it? When answering this question, focus on your ability to handle disagreements professionally and collaboratively. Emphasize your communication skills, willingness to listen, and commitment to finding solutions that benefit students. Highlight any instances where you constructively resolved the disagreement and maintained a positive working relationship. Yes, I have encountered a situation where I disagreed with a lead teacher about an instructional method. The teacher preferred a more traditional approach to teaching reading. At the same time, I believe that incorporating some interactive and technology-based activities could enhance student engagement. To address this, I scheduled a time to discuss my ideas with the teacher privately. I expressed my respect for their experience and explained the potential benefits of integrating new methods. We reviewed student performance data and agreed to pilot a blended approach for a few weeks. After observing the positive impact on student participation and comprehension, the teacher agreed to continue using the new methods in conjunction with their traditional approach. This experience reinforced the importance of open communication and collaboration in achieving student outcomes. Question number 9. Do you have experience collaborating with applied behavior analysis (ABA) therapists? Here's a sample answer for someone with experience. When answering this question, highlight your direct experience working with ABA therapists, focusing on specific tasks or collaborations demonstrating your understanding of ABA principles and ability to support the therapy process. Yes, I have experience collaborating with ABA therapists. In my previous role at here you mention the school or organization name, then you can continue saying the following. I worked closely with an ABA therapist to support a student with autism. My responsibilities included implementing behavior intervention plans that the ABA therapist developed, tracking the student's progress, and providing feedback during our regular meetings. I also adapted classroom activities to align with the goals of the ABA sessions, ensuring consistency across all environments. This collaboration made significant progress in the students' behavioral and academic goals. I found this experience incredibly rewarding as it reinforced the importance of teamwork in supporting students with special needs. Here's a sample answer for someone without experience. When you don't have direct experience, focus on your willingness to learn and any related experiences that demonstrating your ability to collaborate effectively with professionals in educational settings. While I do not have direct experience collaborating with ABA therapists, I am very familiar with applied behavior analysis principles through my special education coursework and my work as a paraprofessional. In my current role, I've worked closely with special education teachers to implement individualized education plans, IEPs, often involving behavior management strategies. I am eager to apply my knowledge collaboratively with an ABA therapist. I am confident that my strong communication skills and dedication to student success will make me an effective partner in supporting students' behavioral goals. Question number 10. What assessments have you administered to students in past roles? When asked about assessments you've administered, focus on specific tools or methods you've used to evaluate student progress. Mention the purpose of the assessments, how you administered them, and how you used the results to support student learning. Even if you haven't formally administered assessments, you can discuss any relevant experience assisting with or observing the process. In my previous role as a paraprofessional at Jefferson Elementary, I regularly administered various assessments to students. These included reading fluency tests, where I helped monitor students' reading speeds and comprehension. I also supported teachers with math assessments, such as timed multiplication tests, by preparing materials and recording scores. Additionally, I played a key role in conducting informal assessments, like observing students during classroom activities to track their progress. After each assessment, I worked closely with the lead teacher to analyze the results and identify areas where students needed additional support. For instance, after noticing a group of students struggling with fractions, I assisted in developing targeted practice sessions to address their needs. These experiences have equipped me with a strong understanding of different assessment techniques and how they can be used to enhance student learning. Question number 11. How do you handle challenging behaviors from students with disabilities? When answering this type of question, focus on demonstrating your understanding of the importance of patience, empathy, and effective strategies tailored to the needs of students with disabilities. Highlight your ability to remain calm, use positive reinforcement, and collaborate with teachers and other support staff. It's also important to mention any specific techniques or approaches you use to de-escalate situations and support the student's overall well-being and learning. Handling challenging behaviors from students with disabilities requires patience, understanding, and well-established strategies. I always start by identifying the root cause of the behavior, whether it's a response to frustration, sensory overload, or difficulty in communication. For example, I worked closely with a student who exhibited aggressive behavior during transitions in my previous role. I collaborated with the special education teacher to implement a visual schedule and introduced calming techniques like deep breathing exercises. Over time, these strategies helped significantly reduce the student's anxiety and improve their behavior. My goal is always to create a supportive and structured environment where students feel understood and are given the necessary tools to succeed. Question number 12. Can you describe a time when you implemented a strategy or solution that improved student outcomes? When answering this question, focus on a specific example where your actions directly improve student outcomes. Highlight the strategy or solution you implemented, the challenge it addressed, and the positive results. Make sure to emphasize your role in the process and the skills you utilized. In my previous role as a paraprofessional, I noticed several students struggled with reading comprehension. To address this, I collaborated with the lead teacher to implement a guided reading strategy tailored to each student's reading level. I organized small group sessions where students could engage with texts that matched their abilities. I also used targeted questioning techniques to deepen their understanding. Additionally, I introduced visual aids and interactive activities to make the sessions more engaging. Over the semester, I tracked the students' progress and saw significant improvements in their reading scores and overall confidence. One student who initially lacked interest in reading became more enthusiastic and began participating more actively in class discussions. This experience taught me the importance of personalized learning and the impact of well-planned interventions on student success. I'm proud of my role in helping these students achieve better academic outcomes. Now, before we continue, check out these awesome videos. I have posted the links to them in the description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more great videos posted every single week. Question number 13. What do you do to foster open communication with your students? When answering the question, what do you do to foster open communication with your students? It's important to demonstrate your commitment to creating a safe and inclusive environment where students feel comfortable expressing themselves. Mention specific strategies you use, such as active listening, encouraging questions, and setting clear expectations for respectful communication. Highlight how you adapt your approach to meet the needs of individual students. To foster open communication with my students, I focus on creating an environment where they feel safe and valued. I start by actively listening to their concerns and questions, ensuring they know their thoughts and feelings are important. I encourage students to ask questions and express themselves by regularly inviting them to share their opinions during discussions. I also set clear expectations for respectful communication so everyone understands the importance of listening to one another. Additionally, I make it a point to be approachable and available, letting students know they can come to me with any issues or ideas. For example, in my previous role, I established a question of the day routine where students could anonymously submit questions or thoughts which we would discuss as a group. This encouraged open dialogue and helped build trust and a sense of community in the classroom. Question number 14. Have you ever worked with students with communication devices? When answering this question, it's important to highlight your experience with students using communication devices or your willingness to learn if you lack experience. Demonstrate your understanding of how these devices support students' communication needs and emphasize your ability to assist in their use effectively. Yes, I have worked with students who use communication devices, particularly in my last role as a paraprofessional in a special education classroom. One student I assisted relied on a tablet-based communication device to express his needs and participate in class activities. I helped him navigate the device by providing prompts and practicing common phrases, allowing him to become more comfortable and independent. I also collaborated closely with the speech therapist to ensure the device was programmed effectively and tailored to the student's needs. This experience taught me the importance of patience and clear communication and the value these devices bring to fostering students' ability to engage with their peers and teachers. Question number 15. How would you initiate communication with a nonverbal student? When answering this question, emphasize your understanding of alternative communication methods, patience, and ability to create a trusting environment. Discuss specific strategies like using visual aids, gestures, or communication devices. Demonstrate your commitment to meeting students' needs and fostering their communication skills. To initiate communication with a nonverbal student, I first focus on building a rapport to make them feel comfortable and understood. I would observe the students' behavior and preferences to understand their nonverbal cues. Utilizing visual aids, gestures, and if available, communication devices like a picture exchange communication system, PEECS, I would create opportunities for students to express their needs and feelings. I once worked with a nonverbal student who preferred using gestures. I consistently used hand signals and visual cards to help them communicate, gradually increasing their classroom engagement and participation. My goal is always to create a supportive environment that encourages all forms of communication, ensuring the student feels heard and included. Question number 16. Can you describe your instructional approach to children with learning disorders versus children with behavioral disorders? When answering this question, highlight your understanding of the distinct needs of children with learning and behavioral disorders. Emphasize your ability to adapt your instructional methods to meet these needs, showing empathy and practical strategies. Focus on specific techniques you use for each group and how you ensure a supportive learning environment. My instructional approach to children with learning disorders focuses on creating a supportive and structured environment that caters to their individual learning needs. I use multisensory teaching techniques, breaking tasks into manageable steps and providing consistent encouragement to build their confidence. I prioritize establishing clear expectations and positive reinforcement for children with behavioral disorders. I work closely with them to develop self-regulation skills and use strategies like calm-down spaces or brief, planned breaks to manage disruptions. By understanding each group's unique challenges, I tailor my approach to help every child reach their potential while maintaining a positive and productive classroom atmosphere. Question number 17. What have you done to support classroom teachers in the assessment and evaluation of special needs students? When answering the question, what have you done to support classroom teachers in the assessment and evaluation of special needs students? Focus on your direct involvement in the assessment process, collaboration with teachers, and how your support contributed to the understanding and addressing the students' needs. Highlight any strategies, tools, or methods you've used to assist in the assessment and evaluation process. In my previous role as a paraprofessional, I worked closely with classroom teachers to support the assessment and evaluation of special needs students. One of my key responsibilities was to help administer assessments to accommodate each student's unique learning style and needs. For example, I frequently provided one-on-one assistance during testing, ensuring that students were comfortable and able to demonstrate their knowledge without the added pressure of a typical testing environment. I also collaborated with teachers to collect observational data critical in evaluating a student's progress. This included noting behavioral patterns, academic achievements, and social interactions. Additionally, I helped analyze this data alongside the teacher, offering insights that could inform individualized education plans, IEPs, and instructional strategies. By working together, we could tailor our teaching approaches and provide the necessary interventions that helped improve student outcomes. My role in this process was supportive and integral to ensuring that each student's needs were accurately assessed and addressed. Question number 18. What criteria do students need to meet to be eligible for an individualized learning plan? When asked about the criteria for students to be eligible for an individualized learning plan, ILP, it's important to demonstrate your understanding of the specific requirements and processes involved. Mention key factors such as assessments, learning disabilities, and the role of evaluations by educational professionals. Tailor your response to show your awareness of legal guidelines and students' unique needs. Students become eligible for an individualized learning plan, ILP, based on a combination of factors primarily identified through assessments and evaluations conducted by educational professionals. The criteria typically include a diagnosed learning disability, behavioral challenges, or other special needs that impact the student's ability to succeed in a general education setting. These evaluations often involve input from teachers, psychologists, and sometimes the parents, ensuring a comprehensive understanding of the student's needs. For example, in my previous role, I assisted in evaluating students struggling with reading comprehension. We identified that specific interventions were necessary, leading to the creation of tailored goals and support strategies outlined in their ILP. This plan was regularly reviewed and adjusted to ensure the students' progress aligned with their learning objectives. And finally, question number 19. How do you implement progress monitoring? When asked about implementing progress monitoring, the interviewer is looking for your ability to track and assess student progress effectively. Your answer should highlight your understanding of the tools and strategies used in progress monitoring, your attention to detail, and your ability to communicate findings to teachers and parents. Be specific about your methods and how they contribute to student success. As a paraprofessional, I would implement progress monitoring by using a combination of observation, data collection, and regular assessments. I typically start by collaborating with the lead teacher to establish clear benchmarks and goals for each student. For instance, I might use running records or weekly reading assessments to track improvements if we focus on reading fluency. I document the data meticulously, noting trends or areas where the student might struggle. I then share this information with the teacher during our regular meetings, and we discuss any necessary adjustments to the instructional approach. Additionally, I ensure I communicate progress to parents through regular updates so they are informed and can support their child's learning at home. This systematic approach helps identify the strengths and challenges of each student, ensuring that we can intervene early if needed. If you want to learn more on how to land jobs and reach your career goals, don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button to get new videos every single week. Also, don't forget to hit that like button because that motivates me to keep doing what I do. Stay safe, keep smiling, and good luck.